Thank you for joining us. I'm Mary Yanez, Director of the Senior Adult Program at the El Paso Community College. And of course, this is Mature Living. As you know, we try to bring you information and services in the community that can provide assistance to families, to seniors, and of course to the kids, because we'll be talking with some other guests that are going to be talking about other projects. But right now, we want to introduce Laura Ponce, who is the Executive Director at Project Bravo. And I know you've heard of that organization because it's been around for, gosh, since last year was 50 years, would you believe? Wow. And you're the head of that wonderful organization.
Yes, I've had the privilege to be the executive director for the last 5 years.
Gosh, that's great. Laura, tell us a little bit about Project Bravo and when it got started, what, 1965, and
Yes.
you know where it is today?
Well, Project Bravo was founded in the 1950s during the War on Poverty, so there were initiatives all over the United States that were anti-poverty programs. And so we were one of the first of these initiatives. And so we have the unique designation of being a community action program that is a nonprofit organization. It also receives federally designated funds.
Okay.
And so we're one of a nationwide network of community action programs that provides anti-poverty programs in the community.
That is so great. You're well known. How are you funded? And I always wonder, you serve so many people throughout the years that really benefit because they're in such need. How do you get the funds?
Sure. As I mentioned before, we were founded during the War on Poverty. And so those initiatives were very specific to have these nonprofit organizations that were locally supported, but at the same time to have these federally designated funds. And so most of our funding comes from the federal government.
Okay, great. Well, is this kind of like your new year right now, or
Yes.
February kind of gets started? What kind of are you taking applications right now, and what kind of services do you offer?
Yes, we run on a calendar year.
Okay.
And so what that means is that our programming starts at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
We usually have a period of about 45 days where we have to close down the previous year. But then on February 1st, we started taking our applications for the program, and on February 16th, we'll be seeing our clients for the year.
Oh, that's wonderful. How have you helped, and what kinds of services do you provide this community?
We have a lot of different services, and most of them are really geared towards stabilizing income for vulnerable populations and connecting younger people to jobs and educational opportunities.
Yeah.
So probably our most popular program is our utility assistance program, where we can help people who are at risk of their utilities being shut off. Of course, everybody has to be income eligible and have other qualifying characteristics.
Yes.
But that is definitely our most popular program.
Wow. I also believe that maybe you help people with rent when there's...
We do not.
You don't. What is it that you do as far as housing?
We have 36 low-income housing units.
Oh,
and
I
so people can get affordable housing. We do have a waiting list for that, but people can always come and sign up to be on the waiting list for one of our low-rent apartments. We also have a HUD certified housing counselor, so people who are at risk of losing their home because, let's say, they lost their job and then they got a new job and the job doesn't pay as much as the previous one, and they need to have their mortgage restructured. We have a counselor that can help them to do that.
Wow, that is... How many locations do you have?
We have 6 locations all over El Paso.
Okay.
So we're as far west as Canutillo and as far east as Montana Vista. We have an office in the northeast, another one in Isleta, another one in the far lower valley in San Elizario. We have our main office and central office down on Texas Avenue. And then we have another office that's not open to the public that holds our weatherization department.
Oh, yeah, it's another wonderful service that you all do. Tell me about that since you brought it up.
Well, right now we're not taking applications because we have 200 people on the waiting list for that service.
Wow. What about education, basic education? Do you have a program?
Yes, we have a GED program, so we have GED instruction, and so many people may not know that now the GED is required to be on computer. So we have a computer lab at our instruction sites, both sites, so that people can get used to using the computer and then also having the instruction for GED. When people complete their GED instruction, then we have scholarships for them to take the test for free.
They just told me recently that the the scores have changed a little bit. And
Yes.
tell me about
this
that.
test is dramatically different.
Yes.
With our clients, the biggest hurdle we've had to overcome is, first of all, most of our clients don't have access to computers, so they're not used to using a computer. And so that takes a lot of time to get used to being on a computer and being comfortable with it. In addition, the tests, because they're timed, it can put a little bit more pressure on the student.
Yes.
And so with our program, we work really hard to give them a lot of practice so that they can get very comfortable, so that when they do go take the test, they have a higher probability of passing.
And then once they take the test, they have an account or a way to go check. And I understand that the scores have changed a little bit in that it used to be, I'm not going to say the exact scores because I don't have them in front of me, but they can check on their account and they may have passed because it's like a 5-point difference now.
That has not been announced yet. So that's something that's rumored out there, that they're going to lower the threshold by 5 points. But so far, there's no official announcement from any entity.
But if they check in their account, maybe they can find out, and maybe they thought they didn't pass, and now they've passed.
I would say they should check probably in a month or two.
Wonderful.
Because that's when they say that we'll finally have confirmation of whether or not this happened.
I'm glad I asked because, maybe that's something they can call you about. You also have a patient assistance program. Tell me about that one.
Yes, our patient assistance program, we have a person who, her specialization is finding free and low-cost medical services for people who are low income. And so she will, for example, a lot of people, they may have, they may have Medicare, but there's a particular medication that is very expensive and is not covered. So, for example, a chemotherapy medication. And so she can look at whatever pharmaceutical company provides that medication, see if they have a patient assistance program, and if they do, sign up the individual to get that medication for free or for very low cost.
So anytime a family is going through hardship or maybe has a situation, they can always come and call you. Where can they call? And there might be a program you may offer, or maybe you can connect them in the community.
Sure. Our main number is 562-4100.
Okay, super. And lastly, and I know you may have said this already, how do people qualify? There are certain guidelines that they...
Yes, people have to be low income.
Okay.
And so people have to be living at or below 125% of the poverty level for all of our programs. And then there's a couple of programs where people can be at 150% of the poverty level. Okay. And so I would say that the best thing to do is to call and to have just kind of an estimate of what is the income of everybody in your household who's over age 18, what kind of income it is, and then you can look and see if maybe you may qualify.
That's great.
And if you're borderline, I would say turn in an application just to see. But if it's very, very far over, we ask people to not turn in an application because we run a very tight ship and we have we try to focus our services on providing the direct services. So sometimes if we're overwhelmed by people that make a lot of money and think that they may qualify, it can be a
slows up your process too, having to go through them. Project Bravo, wonderful organization, nonprofit. You're the lead person out there, the leader as the executive director of Project Bravo. Laura Ponce, thank you for your services to this community, and we certainly hope that people write that phone number down so that they can get their questions answered.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you for being with us. And we'll be back with more Mature Living guests. I bet you many of you maybe know or don't know about Aoy Elementary School. Well, there's an Aoy Alumni Association that has been working for many, many years to raise funds to help the kids at that school, and it is located in South El Paso, has a lot of history, and these two gentlemen that we've invited know so much history. They've got a great publication to tell us about, and a Valentine's dance that we can go to and enjoy and also help their goals. Steve Flores, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for inviting us, Mary.
And then you brought Gilbert Mares with you, and you all are former presidents of the Alumni Association.
Both of us.
Both of you, wonderful. Who's your current president?
The current president is Margarita Britton.
Okay, wonderful. Now that we got that out of the way, tell us a little bit about your project and the publication and a little bit of the history. Was Aoy the first elementary school in South El Paso?
Yes, it was. And Mr. Aoy came from Utah to El Paso, and he found that the children, the Mexican children in El Paso, were not going to school. They left them out of school because, according to the school board, they couldn't speak English. So anyway, he decided that he was going to start his own school with his own money. And he came here with $6,000, and he rented some space on San Francisco Street, started his own school, what they called his escuelita.
I'll be darned, that's great.
He got children of any age and taught them Spanish,
Yes.
English, and the reverence of God.
Yes, okay.
Exercises, whatever.
Yes.
And got them to start learning English.
Yes.
And that's the way the school started.
That's wonderful. And I know many wonderful professionals, contributors of this wonderful community of El Paso helped to even start Texas Christian College, the College of Mines in those days. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yes,
Mr.
that is
Mares.
correct. There are many people in South El Paso that have contributed greatly. And one of the things that we have done, one of the items that we have is that we have a book, a magazine, that we have published every 2 years, but this year we concentrated on those Hispanics that made a difference.
Beautiful.
And it includes some people that indeed contributed to the School of Mines.
Absolutely. And there's more history that you want to share in this brief interview, but later on we'll probably have a little bit more longer conversation about South El Paso. But tell me about some of the things you were sharing earlier about the history of Aoy and the community of South El Paso.
Well, the thing is that when the Aoy Alumni Association first started, it started because the principal at that time, 1991, was asked for help for ex-students to help with a 100-year celebration. And he had a tremendous outpour of people coming to help.
Yes, including I think my dad and my mom went to Aoy as well, and they grew up in the 30s. They were in high school in the 30s, so the 20s. So it's just amazing, the alumni that is poured out to help, and you're continuing your work.
Mary, and one of the interesting parts is that we are the only, as far as we know, we are the only elementary school alumni association, not only just in El Paso, but in the state of Texas. Some people think that we are the only alumni association for a public school in the United States.
I'll be darned, for an elementary school.
For an elementary school.
That is so great. So tell me about your event now, because this is how you raise money to help the kids. Tell me about this upcoming
Well,
event.
we have a tardeada, and this year it falls right on Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And it is a lot of fun. It starts at 4 p.m. and it ends at 9 p.m. From 4 to 5, we have mariachis. From 5 to 9, the band Rhapsody plays. Rhapsody plays music of all types, starting with boleros, cumbias, corridos, country western. And so it is a lot of fun, as I mentioned. The mariachi is Mariachi Los Pasajeros.
Oh, that's wonderful. So it's a great time. And what is the contribution? How much are you going to sell your tickets for this wonderful benefit?
The tickets are $18
Okay.
per person,
Okay.
Mary. And what they get free beverages, both beer and sodas. They get the ice for if you don't like beer and you want to bring your favorite drink, you can do that.
Right.
You can bring your food. You can bring whatever is going to make you happy and comfortable.
That's wonderful.
On the day
On
of
the dance floor. It's a Sunday, isn't it?
It is a
Sunday,
Sunday.
February the 14th.
At Elmira Shrine.
at the Elmira Shrine. We didn't mention that. I'm
on
glad you-
Alabama Street.
On Alabama.
60 to
Can you
30.
give us a couple of phone numbers because people will be calling for tickets, or how can they get this one? Are they going to get a book, one of these wonderful
Magazines.
publications?
Besides, Mary, besides what I just mentioned that they were going to get for free, they're also going to get this magazine,
That's wonderful.
okay, which is a magazine that Gilbert Mares started when he was president of the association.
That's wonderful.
And
Very first,
this
very beautifully
we
done.
publish the magazine once every 2 years.
Okay.
And this year it's about Hispanics that made a difference in the development of El Paso.
That is so good.
A lot of people don't know that the first owner of the daily El Paso Times was Hispanic.
I'll be darned.
A lot of people don't know that he, with his newspaper, encouraged the legislature in Austin to start the College of Mines
Wonderful.
at that time. So
This is such great information that us youngsters, well, I don't know if I'm that much younger, but need to know about the history of our town and our beautiful community. I want to give the phone numbers. It's 532-5270.
Correct.
And that is the one of the numbers, and 544-1246. Where people can call, and I'm going to invite you to give a presentation about the history of Aoy and of that community, because you all have that at hand. And when this generation goes, that history must be told, and so that it won't go with you. So I really appreciate what you all are doing for
And
Aoy.
every penny that we make out of the dance is to help the children.
So
we have no paid
We're all
members.
volunteers.
No one gets paid. All the money that we made is for the
the
children.
kids. So great. Well, I'll be at the dance because I want to help to contribute as well and have a good time. So we'll be back with more guests. We've been talking with Steve Flores and Gilbert Mares, the Alumni Association of Aoy. Well, I'm glad you're staying with us for this last interview. You're going to enjoy very much, and you're going to learn about how your health can improve, your wellness. And as seniors, we must be thinking about that consistently. So we've invited Alfred Reeves, who is here from the Don Haskins Rec Center on the west side, to talk to us a little bit about some of their classes. And of course, you brought Alberto Torres with you, who is a yoga instructor. Yoga. Very good. I think we can begin by talking about the center and the kinds of classes that you offer, and then we'll get into the yoga and the Tai Chi in a little bit.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
Yes, like you said, I'm from Don Haskins Recreation Center, located at 7400 High Ridge with the City of El Paso Parks and Recreation. I just want people to know that when they hear Recreation Center, we program for everybody.
All ages.
That's correct. So even though we have senior centers around the city, and a lot of people, seniors, to participate in those centers, recreation centers are also there. We program for seniors also. So today we're trying to promote two of our very popular classes. I'm wearing a yoga shirt.
Yes.
Because yoga, I found through Mr. Torres, is very beneficial. And another class, we have excellent class for seniors, is Tai Chi.
Yes.
And remember, we have a discount. The city offers a discount for seniors over 60. So you basically pay half price for any of our classes.
Around $9 or so.
Around $9 approximately. And the classes are ongoing. So you can start at any time. They run for a month session.
So exercise, yoga, Tai Chi, people can start at any age, at any time.
Right.
And it's just starting that takes the
That's
it takes the
the
effort. Once you get started, they love it. Tell me a little bit about your yoga class that you teach, and where do you teach?
Thank you for giving me the opportunity with you to be here. So the yoga is in a special one word significance union. Union in your body, mind, and your spirit.
Yes.
This is the reason because the people is the technique, the representative in a special different poses. The name is asanas, and the other is the breathing. It's the combination, the pose and the breathing.
Poses and breathing, in yoga.
In yoga.
And how long have you been teaching yoga?
I have for the moment 14 years
14
ago.
years. Wonderful. How many students in your class?
Normally I have 15 and
Yeah.
35 persons.
Wow, that's a pretty healthy class, you know. And
Yes,
what are the benefits?
And that's very, very important, and especially the ladies, because the ladies not only is the elasticity, more stretch, more balance,
Stretching.
and especially the
Balance.
people to help you. In the seniors, remember to change the hormonals to help you in the balance.
Imbalance.
Hormonals.
So
Take
very
out
important.
all the stress and the
Stress.
problems in general in the change the hormones.
Yes.
Normally, I have in my class ladies.
Mm-hmm.
The,
Yep.
the,
They're out there.
the German tell me, no, we need to more stronger, but it's different. But help you a lot of the ladies.
That is so cool because yes, the ladies are taking over the world. Let me tell you, and all the rec centers and all the senior centers.
Normally, sometimes in my group, for example, 30 persons, the ladies, 1 or 2
Men.
men.
I don't know what it is. They're playing pool or something else, right? But tell me, Mr. Reeves, you also teach in these centers Tai Chi, which is another very popular.
That's correct. Tai Chi
form
is
of-
also our sister class that's doing very well. We have an excellent Tai Chi instructor. And Tai Chi is described as meditation in motion. And a lot of people just call it medicine in motion. And it's a low impact. It's everything is a circular motion, so there's no strains on the body. So it's excellent for seniors.
Yes,
And
both
it's
of
something
these.
that they can adapt to anybody.
Yes.
From kids to somebody in a wheelchair.
Yes.
And it's excellent. And like Mr. Torres says, it also promotes balance.
Yes.
Because my grandmother fell when she was elderly. And again, because you lose your sense of balance, and Tai Chi gives you that overall balance. It's considered like the yin and the yang with the overall. So it gives you that overall balance and
And
well-being.
who's your teacher that teaches the yoga?
Well, for Tai Chi, we have his name is Mr. Jerry.
Okay.
Okay,
Very
and
good.
he's and that class averages again about 15 or 20 students per month. And again, the class.
And you're on the west side, so all the west side seniors
well,
can go to that rec center, the Don Haskins Rec Center, and register. And we'll be giving a phone number also, in a little while, so that they can write it down, get a piece.
Okay.
Tell me also, your program at your rec center, what other things do you offer there?
Well, we have a weight room. And again, we have, and our weight room is it's more of a neighborhood weight room, but we have everything there: cardio, machines, free weights, and again, everything we offer is a senior discount. So you can come in. It's not really a crowded like a major gyms that you see. We have no contract, so you can just come in month by month.
Yes.
And we have a very large crowd of seniors that come in the morning and they exercise. It's another
is
great
so
form
good.
of exercise.
We got to keep El Paso healthy, especially our senior citizens. Any other thoughts that you might have about Tai Chi, about yoga, anything that you want to talk about?
I think so. It's okay. The Tai Chi to help you in the balance, in the meditation. Remember, in the yoga, I think so. For me, the yoga is more benefits because to give you in the younger people and the seniors and the older people, because I have for the moment the people in the 40 years and the 85 years.
40 years old to 85.
All right.
As long as you can,
It's-
can you do
do you
can you
see
do
it's
yoga with a
difficult.
chair? Because if I get down on the floor, I won't be able to get.
Improve step by step your condition. This
Okay.
is the more
It improves.
important.
Maybe I'll be learning to how to get up and, move and bend.
The more benefit is the people concentration more in meditation. Take out all the stress. Remember, all the world. This is the problem. The stress. All the diseases is stress.
That's it. You can solve a lot of problems in your body if you stretch it.
And especially
Flexibility.
right.
correct.
Do you sleep in the night? Do you have a lot of problems? In the yoga, improve your condition because do you relax?
That's
Relax, not sleep only. relax all your mind.
Yeah.
This is very important.
Well, this is such a great message, especially for the beginning of the year. And so let's give your phone number, Mr. Reeves, where they can call you.
Don Hessen's phone number is 587-1623.
Great.
And we also have 15 recreation centers around the city. So if you don't live on the west side,
That's
they
right.
can visit, call your local recreation center and see what classes they have.
Yes.
Because we program for the community, for everybody.
That's wonderful. Congratulations, and thank you for being
I
so helpful.
invite to all the persons,
Very good.
younger, seniors, any person.
Very good. Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you.
I really appreciate it. And we also offer Tai Chi classes and yoga classes through the Community College Senior Adult Program. But let's check them out too, because they, we're all together in this getting people healthy. We'll
Thank
see
you.
you all next week.
Very good, nice.